Freaks, I got my eye on you. Wear your safety glasses. You just never know what's gonna happen. Hey, I'm a Terminator. Can't mess me up. Put a new optic lens in, I'll be just fine. It wasn't from a trimmer. I'm starting to wonder if it was even from my mower, because I was behind the mower. There wasn't any sticks, any mulch, anything around, but something hit me. It felt like a piece of wood, but you never know what it was. It could have been some kid shooting me with a BB gun from 3 doors down or something. And I just think, oh man, something hit me in the eye. But nah. Be cool. And quit jinxing me with all this talk. What's next, huh? Am I gonna go deaf? Hearing protection? It's called turn Metallica up louder than your mower. You'll be just fine. Freaks, see this yard? Pretty tall, right? It's a bi-weekly. That's what you get in the spring. Very tall, very thick. It's raining. It's been raining all day. I'm drenched, I'm soaked. I've been out in it all day. It rains a little, stops, rains a little, but everything's wet. Everything's just soaked. I'm allowed to cut this one in the rain. You know why? Because nobody lives here. But the one I just went to start on was the one where the chupacabra ate up the gutter in that video. The one I put up last week where I did the 14 yards in a day on my Facebook page. That one. The one with all the bushes and all the trimming, all the hedges, all that crap I take care of. I've been doing that one since the 90s. Maybe like 98, 96, 97, 88, something around there. Long time, right? I wasn't even going to cut the yard. It's a big yard. There's a lot going on there. All I was going to do was outline it because it was actually raining at the time. So I show up and start trimming the damn thing. She comes out after all these years and tells me, no, hey, you can't, I don't want you doing that. She called me up to the porch. Come here. No, don't do that in the rain. I go, I'm just trimming it. I'm going to cut it tomorrow. I got to make some progress. You know, and she said, no, I don't want you to trim it in the rain. It's not good for the yard. I go, it's not good for the yard for it to be this tall either. You know, I'm not cutting it. You had it sprayed like 3 times, fertilized like crazy. It's growing like mad. I'm gonna go ahead and trim it, you know. No, I don't want you trimming it. I go, okay. All right, fine. I go, you know what? I think I'm just done. Granted, I'm in a bad mood. All right, well that put me in an even worse mood. She goes, so you're quitting my yard? You're not gonna cut my yard? I go, no. She goes, you're not coming back? I said, no, I'm not coming back. I'm here. I was gonna trim it to knock off 25 minutes. That yard, a lot of edging, a lot of stuff. I mean, that's a jacked up yard. So, I don't know. I'm upset about it because she's been around for a long time. And I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and go. You can get somebody else. And she says, okay, I don't like it cut in the rain. I'm thinking, that's weird as hell. I've actually cut her yard in the pouring rain before, you know? I guess because she was home at the time, that's why, you know, this also leads back to how people change over the years. The older they get a little more weird. Their mannerisms and their personality might not be the same as it was 10 years before. So, you know, it's time to get replaced. I don't have time for that stuff. Hear other lawnmowers going? People are out cutting grass. I don't know. Positive spin on this? It's not the end of the world. Things will get better. I'm just gonna have to go on, you know. I don't know. I feel bad about it. I feel kind of weird just because I've been cutting it for so long. That's 2 of them down here in the last couple weeks. Some weird stuff in the air. Let's see what's going on next. People say I can't cut grass in the rain. This yard was soaking wet. I'm soaking wet. Looks pretty good for a bi-weekly. I didn't bag it or anything. I used a small mower because there's tree stumps over here that I would dip into and scalp it. Come on. Really? What are you gonna do? Just keep doing what you do, man. It'll work out. Here's my yard from how to... Hey, hold on, someone's coming down the street here. to do with all the yard signs in town. It's got a skag walk behind. Alright. There's the yard from my how to do a first cut and clean up of the season. It's a Tuesday yard, weekly. I got it with the flyer that had the header across the top. And since I got that one, say like 4 years ago, then I ended up picking up this one, which is every other week. And this one, which is every week. And today's Friday, so I just did this. And I went ahead and put theirs on today. Things got a little screwed up. But I do like the fact that I can get some yards that are on Tuesdays and Mondays because, you know, you need to be able to work on those days. So I don't mind driving over here for that because I got a whole route. Now, also since picking that yard up, the one with the bushes, yeah, that one, the tall one. I got that one too. It's a bi-weekly. 30 bucks. Okay, these are all $30. She's 25. And just want to let you know, that's how you do it. Put the flyers out and you get into a neighborhood. And over the course of 3 years, 4 years, you get 4 yards, you know? So, just a little something, something. Let you know it can be done. And it doesn't matter, you don't have to have them all lined up, everybody on the same day, you know? It's not that hard. Swing by here, hit 2 of them, drive around, hit a couple over there. Tuesday, do that one, some other ones. Now, I also do that bi-weekly on Tuesdays. So, I will hit, next Tuesday, I will hit that one, and then bi-weekly it needs cut. And it's on the opposite week of this bi-weekly. On the same block, but oh well. That's how it has to go because I can't do everything in 1 week. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Well, I made that quick little clip and I pull up at my next yard. Yes, I'm back to the yard that I was told to leave when it was raining. More on that in a second. But there's the mowing guy right behind the one I do right here in the corner. There's his mowing truck. Trailer. He's around trimming, and she is riding, looks like the Toro, and he had the skag out a while ago. So that's how it goes. So how do I end up back at the lawn that I quit? Face to face, I quit with the lady because she was saying that. Doesn't want me to cut in the rain? Say I'm not going to cut it, I'll trim it. Don't want you trimming it, it's bad for the yard, don't want you to do it. So you know what, I'm just going to leave, I'm never coming back. That's fine, I'll get somebody else. That's fine. How do I end up back there? Because I have 3 voicemails from her. But this is how you end up back there.
First skipped message. Hey guys, this is really upset. Did you really mean you don't want to mow my grass anymore? After all these years? I don't know. It rained and I didn't want for you to get wet, and besides I heard, I don't know, was it Saturday, I was listening to the guy, they said, never mow when it's wet, and I just wanted to ask. Well, anyway, I'm really upset. Please give me a call back and tell me for sure if you don't want to mow it anymore, because I have to look for someone else, okay? Thank you.
End of message. To delete this message, press 7. To save it in the archives, press 9. To...
That's how you end up back there. Breaks your heart, right? It does. But see, it's a spin on what really happened. Now she had an explanation. She heard something on the radio about you're not supposed to cut grass, and she was worried about me being in the rain. That wasn't what really happened. But the reality set in on her later on that, wow, now the dude that's been taking care of my lawn all these years isn't going to be back, and I actually have to go find someone else. And oh yeah, Greg does take care of the one across the street from me and the one right across the other way from me. So 3 of the 4 corner houses I cut, and she's going to be the one out. So there's that taken in consideration too. She's older, she realizes, and listening to that voicemail, it'll break your heart. You can't help but go back. So that's how you end up back there. You know, I'm a good guy. I'm going to do it. Just let it go. I'm telling you, people get kind of wacky later on. They do stuff and then they're one way, and then later on they just, you know, change. But it's cool. But one point, if you're not allowed to cut grass when it's wet, if you shouldn't do that, then people are doomed out there in Seattle, Northeast. They're doomed, because think about it. They're wet. It's wet all the time. So, and you can drive up and down these streets. You can see when people leave, you know, clobbers and clumps all over their yard from it being wet. But other than that, you can't tell if a yard was cut when it was wet or not, other than tire tracks on the sidewalk. And that's the thing. If you guys are new to this deal, I wouldn't suggest cutting it when it's raining or wet. All right, there are certain techniques. There are certain things you cannot do when it's wet that you would normally do. All right, you can rut stuff. You can tear up the turf real easy. Stuff can lay. It doesn't discharge correctly. It'll stick to stuff that you shoot it out and stain it. All right, you don't want to be going around over nice sidewalks and driveways with your tires and getting it all tracked up. It's not going to come off of there for weeks. So there are do's and don'ts about cutting wet grass, and that would be a hard video to make because I can't get my camera wet, you know. But I can get wet. You're going to run into some wacky stuff out here, freaks. So that's a little bit of this week. Number 2. Oh, I should have started this. I should have started this series a lot sooner. But it's never ending. There'll be more in the future. Oh yeah, one more thing. My eyeball's looking a little bit better. So just remember your tips of the week. Always wear your safety glasses and never cut grass in the rain unless you want more problems. More money, more problems. More clients, more money, more problems. But it's okay, because when the little old ladies come out there and say, "Don't you cut my grass when it's wet," you just puff your chest up, make a muscle, and tell her, "Hey, you can go back in there and finish watching Matlock. I got this under control. I don't care what you heard on your AM radio. It's always best to cut it when it's wet." So you should be thankful that it rains every Wednesday, because that's when I'm here and your lawn is going to be the nicest one in the neighborhood. I got this. Don't forget, I treat your lawn like it's my own. And I always go out and water my lawn before I start mowing. It's going to work out just fine.